Hello, this is Amnesia Gaming, and we're going to do a Let's Play series of Caveman2Cosmos version 63. I did do a previous Let's Play, but unfortunately I had to cancel due to incompatibility with the latest version. So we're going to do a custom game. So for those not familiar with Caveman2Cosmos, you start off in the prehistoric era, and you can end up all the way to the cosmic technologies, and it takes a very long time. As you can see, there's different map scripts, but we're going to go with Totestra. I'm not sure if caves generate on this Totestra, but I do know that I do like the maps. They do look. We're going to play on epic speed, and we're going to have the map ratio 3:2, and we're going to keep the new world empty. We're going to do advanced diplomacy. For a challenge, we're going to do city starts with one tile. We're going to have personalised maps. It's just a cosmetic feature, which I quite like. And choose religions. No tech brokering, but we're going to have tech diffusion just to speed along things. And the rest is pretty much blank. So for no particular reason other than flavour, I'm going to choose Boudica as my character, and we have approximately 10 players all in all. Right, so just a reminder, I'm going to launch the game, but I'm not going to be doing any talking during the loading screen, so it's advisable you skip ahead, and yeah, I'll see you when we launch. Okay, so we're back in, we're loaded in. Thank you for being patient. I hope you didn't wait too long or you just skipped ahead, whichever. So on the left hand side we got information about the rule sets that we're using, and also information about influence driven war, which is, I think it's cultural and battle that influences that, and pillaging can influence cultural shifts, if you will. And yeah, there's in-game shortcuts. But yeah, okay, let's go. The sun rises on the year 200,000 BC. Since time immemorial, the Celtic people have lived as a nomadic life. After years of wandering, they are ready to settle down and found their first city. Amnesia, your people have vested absolute power in you, trusting that you can build a civilization to stand the test of time. So we're the Celtic Empire, and we're charismatic, decisive, and excessive. So it's recommending that we settle on river tile, which I personally would as well do, and we were going to be asked to research some technologies. So let's go to Technology Advisor. Roughly in the ballpark, we want to get to tribalism, which is later on down the line, that we can settle more than one city, and we'd complete it if we get to sedentary lifestyle and we progress to the next era. So as you can see, I won't go into too much detail as I'll be playing along and we'll discover it as we go along, but you can see that there's a lot of technologies in the game. So this is a very comprehensive game and it does last a long time. Thankfully, it doesn't look like we started on bad set of terrain layout, which sometimes can be the case. We're probably going to go for nomadism because woodsman is a very useful promotion, but also this will enable us to research gathering, scavenging, language, cave dwelling. In what order remains to be determined. Depends how our initial city looks for health. So what we're going to do is we're going to move our stone thrower up this way, and we're going to go up here. Okay. It looks like there's connected rivers that we could connect another city, which is good. I see a tribal village over there. And let's go to Civilopedia. What does the Celtic Empire give us? So here's some information I won't necessarily read out, but you could have a look if you wanted to. These are the traits Boudica has. So 2 happiness per city, minus 15 XP needed for unit promotions, is quite useful. Minus 50 military unit production, plus 2 diplomacy bonus for other leaders, and so forth. Unfortunately we have excessive, but that's nothing too bad. So we're going to play the next turn. We'll get to choose technology to say, so we're going to go for nomadism, which will also enable us to build a wanderer. So we're settling on a hill, jungle, grassland. So we're next to jungle and grassland, which would enable us some things like vines and baskets, but we won't see. I'll turn on resources, but we won't see them just yet. I'm going to call it Kelia, default, yeah. So we're going to go to the city management screen, and as you can see we're in negative food, which is unfortunate, but this will resolve itself eventually. We're getting minus 1 food because of our sickness, and I think that's because we're next to jungle. We've only got 2 buildings, alpha female and alpha female. So you won't see, but on this side there will be things like air pollution, water pollution, flammability, disease, crime, etc, etc. Then that will show up in the next turn, but we're going to go for alpha female to get 33% more production. And with gathering, we can get more buildings to improve our settlement as it comes along. So it's recommending we fortify, but I do actually recommend we build up crime fighting. As you can see, it reduces crime. We won't have too much early threats, but there is a chance of barbarians spawning a city, so we need to be prepared for that eventuality. Gold could be useful. Upgrading shoots. So right now we're going to scout with our stone thrower. It does have 25% versus wild animals, but I would only ever use it for very weak animals. And there's a chance of it being captured, but sometimes if you do succeed in killing an animal, you do get food and production, or you could subdue an animal and you return it to your city for when you have, I believe it's language, you can introduce it to your folklore. So there's a viper. As you can see, our survival odds are 0%, so it's not worth going for this. I'm just going to circle the perimeter a bit. Eventually we'll have scouts that could walk through animals, although they do get attacked by some animals at some point. They're mostly good for getting a lay of the land.
A nomad, I will remain for life, in love with distant and uncharted places.
Okay, so we're going to get gathering. Language is what gives you folklore. Scavenging reveals animals on the map. I'm thinking we're in an area where we're going to have a chance of having fruits or various other things. So we've got jungle, we've got some forest. So let's see what we have. So we're in one city. So one strategy that I have in mind is to build, I think it's counting sticks or stick gatherer. I believe it's stick gatherer. We can build a captured fire wonder, which would give us 5 culture, so we can border pop quicker. But right now we're just going to get the fundamentals. So as you can see, we have 1 from specialist, 1 from building, and overflow from previous build. Now it would be nice to get a wanderer, but because we want to get a disease under control, because it's +3 at the moment, we're going to go with alpha female, and that'll take us 5 turns, and that should also give us a bit of food. Admittedly, we're going to need to get production to 5 so we can get the early game structures out of the way quicker. We've encountered another civilization. The 2P people. Okay. We are the worst enemy. Okay, so we need to be a bit wary of this. Fair enough. Okay. So, as you can see, there's loads of heals here. I imagine when we get soft hammer or hard hammer percussion, we will get resources popping up there. Excellent. So we're just nothing too crazy. We're just going to circle our base. We do have an iguana there, just fortified. Looks like the river forks. So multiple settlements can always be an option.
For man, autumn is a time of harvest, of gathering together. For nature, it is a time of sowing, of scattering abroad.
Okay, so we can research more technologies and build these units. It might be tempting to get the lichen to improve our health situation. For now, let's see what we have. So yeah, I mean, this isn't too bad. We have coconut and we have prime wood, and prime wood would enable us to build units quicker, at least in the early game, which is convenient. We could learn next, see the big picture. So we could have language, which enable us to build folklore. At the moment we haven't got a wanderer or a catcher yet. Or scavenging, which would reveal more units and give us food, and I think we do need to get more food. So we're going to go with scavenging. So let's see how we're doing. So we do need to get more food because at the moment we're not growing. But because it's going to take quite a long time, I'm going to go with Lichen Gatherer, because that would reduce some of the negativity that we're having. It would help with disease and give us some health and reduction. We have a gatherer, but as we can't work any tiles yet, we're just going to put them to sleep. Not in that way, but you know. So it looks like there is a settlement up here. It's quite close actually. We have coffee down here. Quite a lot of rivers, which is a good thing. Scavenging will be ready in 2 turns.
If your friend is already dead and being eaten by vultures, I think it's okay to feed some bits of your friend to one of the vultures to teach him to do some tricks. But only if you're serious about adopting the vulture.
So remind me never to be Jack Handy's friend. But as you can see, we've unlocked some animals that will appear on the map. Let's see. Unfortunately, nothing too close, but we have spotted quite a good city here for another location. This is next to pigs. I question what we do next. I think we're going to get language out of the no cave dwelling because we get +1 health in cities. Okay, so we discovered Natural Wonder, which is down there. So if we settle here, there's a chance that we could expand our borders. There's obsidian here, which is really good for early weapons. I'll explain why. This would give us obsidian units, which have extra damage. And yeah, there's also Neanderthals in this game. So obsidian, copper, obsidian and bronze for most of the special unique units. Okay. So we want to maybe... Okay, there's obsidian down here as well and stone. So we can create one city here, one city here, one city here. That's if the opponent doesn't take it from us. Unfortunately, we found some criminals, so we don't know if our stone thrower would survive. Fortunately, we survived. Promotions we're gonna get is, because we're surrounded by woods, we're going to increase that. What's going to boost their strength? What else? I think just improve strength again, and then we just rest.
One just principle from the depths of a cave is more powerful than an army.
Okay, so that's built Annelborough and Tree Hollow. So let's have a look at our city in a moment. We're going to get language to get it out of the way because we also need some culture. That would improve our civics as well. So water pollution, air pollution is going down, which is good. And all we just need to do is just get one more production building going. So we're going to get stick gatherer, and then we're going to concentrate on food. I wouldn't worry too much about population. It's just going to stay stagnant for a while, just until things settle, and then we'll probably get berry gathering next.
Language is not only the vehicle of thought, it is a great and efficient instrument of thinking.
So we go to the civics, and you can see there's a lot of different civics available, but I won't go too much in detail because I do want this to be a not too detailed, but just detailed enough let's play. So as you can see, we've compared non-verbal, which adds sickness, and native language, which also allows community discussions, and some modest boosts, and improves relationships with 2P, is what we want to do because we're not liked by them that much. Since we're going to go with, it would be nice to get controlled fire, but we're going to go to berry gatherer next because we want to improve the health of our cities. Okay, the Mayans. Financial, agricultural and cruel. Okay, so we're next to some strong neighbours, it looks like. At least in the early game. Okay, Maori. Kamati Kaora, Kamati Kaora. I think that's a chant, isn't it? Okay, we didn't make a good impression. But there should be peace in our time. Looks like the 2P military is much more than us. It's possible they've built a unit, but we'll be leading the economy. Looks like we didn't get that village, but never mind. So yeah, we should be stagnant, and then we get another food building along the way.
When you smoke the herb, it reveals you to yourself.
That enables us to build the wise woman eventually, and the self-heal promotion, build up disease control, which is what wise women can do. So I think we're going to go for controlled fire. We're gonna want that controlled fire for the 5 culture, or near 5 culture should I say, because there's modifiers. We know that 2P are researching deception, so we should be careful a bit. It might be a shout to get another unit. so let's have a look at our city management screen. So we're stagnant at the moment. We've got more health than unhealthiness, and our happiness isn't doing too bad. Because we're in fire production, we can afford to get one of the technologies for. Admittedly, some are better than others, like grain gatherer is probably better than ant catcher or grass hop catcher. And yeah, so there's no real difference apart from health. But we're just going to go with grain gatherer, and then it'll be growing slowly but surely. Wait, there's a thought. Should we get another unit? I think we'll do that after. Okay, we didn't get any thing for destroying a pigeon. So we're the wealthiest at the moment.
If you ever catch on fire, try to avoid seeing yourself in the mirror, because I bet that's what really throws you into a panic.
Okay, because we've got stick gatherer, we could do that. But I'd like to be growing first. Actually, let's get cooperation. Actually, oral tradition. That's. Sure, why not? This is the early game, so choosing technologies is important, but it's not too important. It's just important to get good civics and generally food and production and culture going. You do get random events in this game, and when they happen I'll explain my thought process behind my choices. Probably going to be more deserts and plains down here, but at least we know where the 2P could expand to. Admittedly there's cows there, which is quite good, as is barley. I mean, you could beeline tribalism, but you want to get useful techs along the line, so you want a strong first city before you start doing it.
Never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception.
We do want to get persistence hunting because we want to get decent catches to catch for animals, as we haven't got that. But for now, I'm just going to go for cooperation, just to improve our civics. Okay, great. So we have discovered truffles. As you can see, we're not really growing that much, but we're growing nonetheless. I think it'd be time to get captured fire so we could work the coconut. Okay. Eventually with trials we can get a scout, but for now Stone Thrower is our main scout, and we found another village here, which is good. Hopefully it's not going to be hostile. Okay, so we're getting cooperation quicker, which is good. Okay, Babylonian Empire. Thank you. That gives us a mild boost to our production.
Every kind of peaceful cooperation among men is primarily based on mutual trust, and only secondarily on institutions such as courts of justice and police.
Childcare hut and child labour crew is going to be good because we're going to get communal. I don't know if we've already got it, maybe we do, but we have mushrooms in our vicinity, so we could do that. So I think it'd be a good idea to get a scout, and we bring our Stone Thrower back into the fold. Any bonus is appreciated. Just looking at, so this will give us double movement in the desert, which will be useful if we continue on discovering the middle portion of this island or continent. So we've got a lot of animals camped up by our, so we're gonna sort that out with another unit eventually.
One who walks in another's tracks leaves no footprints.
We want to get tool making. It looks like there's a tribal village there. Okay, so we got a brute. That's good. I'm going to send a brute this way. Uluru. Nice. Just rest up a bit. We've met the Arabian Empire. So far 6 civilizations on this continent. Devil's Table. So they're quite close by. This is desirable because we have horses and we have donkeys and we have indigo and we have 2 wonders. So if we can't expand northeast, we can certainly expand southwest. It might be a shout to expand southwest to get these strategic resources like obsidian, stone, horses, donkey. Now this one, I don't actually mind choosing the most riskiest option because we don't need happiness too much at the moment, and we don't need to worry about the population hit because we're already on low population hit, so I'm just going to go health is the bedrock. So as you can see, we have unhappiness, but it's not going to be too bad of a deal because most of the population is happy with our rule. Cows, good.
Man is a tool-using animal. Nowhere do you find him without tools. Without tools he is nothing. With tools he is all.
Now Stone Tool Makers is going to be really good because when you get it you can get bonuses to science and gold. And generally it's just good to have stone tools. Makes the most sense since we're in a primitive era. But we can get persistent hunting because we're going to want to get chasers. I would have got wanderers, but I think they're a bit too weak for the animals around us. There we go. I will want a unit actually, just to be on a safe side. Actually, yeah, let's get a wanderer because we can always upgrade it later. That'll save us a bit of production. some nice tiles down there. I think we're going to explore more of the desert region, see if we can spot anything else. Right, I think we discovered enough to know our initial settlement, so I'm going to bring the brute over just in case we encounter any barbarians. Okay, let's see our city management screen. So we have 7 at the moment production. It would be nice to get it down to 8. But I'm going to maybe go for a scout next. %60 is possibly too risky, but we have much better odds with catching this animal if we catch it. I mean, Woodsman does give us a +2 to subdue animal and 25% in the forest, so survivability is always important. Just gonna heal up. We're going to get that animal next. Maybe next we'll get a bit eagle if it's still around. So we're 4th, it's not too bad. We're going to get rock aggro because we want to get stone tool maker. Right, with the scout, we're going to go down here. That'll take us 4 turns. And we're going to rest this unit up.
The secret to a successful hunt is this: make sure your prey gives up before you do.
Just from what I gather, Hunter's going to be a very useful promotion to have, and it will enable free hunt instructions, so that also improves education, but we can upgrade our unit to a chase in a moment. Let's pick up Oral Tradition. You want the Hunter promotion, which gives us 25% to get animal, an extra first chance, plus 10 to subdue. I'll take that, 98.55. Use the chaser. In previous versions of this game, it was possible to get a hunter from a tribal village. I'm not sure if in 63 that's still the case. That would be very handy. I'm going to heal him up. Let's see. We want to get our gold and stone tools and improve our science, so stone tool maker might be the best option for us. Give us production. And I'm just going to have the brute just settle here for now. So now our borders have popped. We could work this tile and get coconuts. So we're working the coconuts at the moment, and we're having +4 food. Okay. Okay, we have our first subdued animal, the jungle tarantula, which is excellent news. And if we just continue going up here for now.
Here, we tell the story. Why the people came here. What they did when they got here. Going back to the Native Americans and coming all the way forward.
Okay. Let's see the big picture. So that's ignorance. We lose a bit of happiness, like 1 happiness, but we get much better culture and gold, which is always handy. So this will improve our military. And it would lead to soft hand percussion, which is something useful. We have a lot of hippos, mantipeers, Galapagos tortoise. Okay. Just gonna escort subdued tarantula back. So this will improve our yield by 1 to help us grow a bit. provides coconuts and health. But first we're going to build a road. As the gatherer is consumed. Oh, and that's time for me to finish, as it's been an hour. But thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.